Okay, season 3. Here we go. Hopefully we can start to pick up a little bit, but it kind of depends on new staff. We go for the usual things of expectations being minimal, middle ticket prices, declining all gear, because we're still not going to win anything this season. But if we can find some good staff and pick up some good draft picks, then it might put us in good stead for next season. So let's jump into the search for the scout. So the search begins for the most important first hire, and that is the scout. We continue to try and find one. What you really want is a scout in their 30s or maybe 40s with 5-star potential, so you can max them out, and you want them to have a good personality as well and high intelligence. All this adds up to a great scout, and the reason you want them in their 30s or 40s is because you can have them for a very long time, because scouts and coaches usually retire as they hit the 60s. We've decided to go for Levi Mack. Whilst he's 55, which goes against the age thing, we're only going to hire him for a year, but his personality is great and his intelligence is 99, so that will actually increase his overall, which is fantastic for us. We are going to actually train him a little bit, because I've been saving my TP and my money for a reason, but I'll spend a bit of TP on Mac. Go plus 10 to player judgment as well, so he's got his stats both at 80, and that's really just going to help us a lot more in the market for drafting and then coaches next season. As you can see, his intelligence makes his overall 81, whereas his stats are actually 80 and 80. Draft week! I love draft week. Oh, the negative locker room isn't impressing the owner, so we're definitely going to have to take a look at that. So let's take a look at the squad, who's also classed as a weak squad. So the fans of the owner are very disappointed. Yeah, we've got 12 unhappy players, so we're going to have to get rid of them. So we're going to have to trade away a few of those guys for draft picks. As you can see, one of them is Bates, the QB. He's been our main man for the last 2 seasons. But I said Daniel will probably step in at some point, and we've got to get rid of those unhappy players to get the locker room atmosphere good again. So that's another little tip. So I managed to find a trade of getting rid of Bates, whose value isn't great, probably because he's a 3-star, his overall's not really that good, and his personality isn't good, so his value is not the best. So we're going to get a 3rd round pick and then some late picks, and get rid of a few unhappy players. I got rid of half of my unhappy players in that trade. I need to get rid of the other half, or at least another few, to be honest. But first I'm going to quickly jump into the college pool and just check a couple of guys who I'm going to scout. I've got 2 scouts that I can do, but because of the unhappy players, and I've been just drafting any old personality last couple of seasons, I'm going to try and stick to personalities of 80 and up this draft if I can. I might hire some angry guys, but I'm going to try and stick to the happy people. So I'm just going to scout a couple of decent players who have sort of hidden scheme fits at the moment, with personalities of 80 and above, and then I'm going to look for the trade for my number 1 pick. So I found the Miami Dolphins, and as I've said before, I was looking through the teams to see who had a sort of lowish draft pick but a bad overall, so that future picks might be a bit of a higher one. So I've gone for Miami, so I'm going to give them my 1st rounder, and I might throw in a angry player as well, and then I'm going to try and get some 1st round picks. Well, I'll get all 3 1st rounders, maybe some 2nd rounders if I can, and I might actually pinch a couple of players this time, as the owner's really not very happy at the minute, so I might actually have to start winning a bit sooner. So not that bringing in a couple of players from Miami will change anything, but it just helped me get better a little bit quicker if I nick a couple of their half decent veterans. So now it's time to shortlist some draft prospects. I brought back the same DC again because unfortunately there wasn't anyone to replace him or anyone better. but my head coach, DC and special team coach all expire at the end of this season, which is great. So hopefully next season we can improve the coaching staff. I'd love to improve the scout, obviously. I might even fire the offensive coach and take like the hit. It's 7 minutes, so next season it might be less. I can't remember if that changes or not. That's something I need to find out. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going to draft players again. I'm not really too fussed about scheme fit, but if I can get zone coverage I will, because it will improve them this season. And that's it really. So let's head into the draft. Let's go into the draft. As expected, the top guys get picked early. Wide receiver was nice. Like the linebackers, but they weren't scheme fit. And I guess that doesn't matter right now anyway, but D-line and receivers are pretty important at the moment. I think we're probably going to go with Judah Riley. Yeah, he looks good. Now pick number 11. Again, I reckon we'll probably go with Levi Ortega. 81, nice. A couple of decent picks head start off at receiver and D-line. So now we got another one. Let's have. So Barnes looks nice, but Lane is whilst his C+ is his scheme fit, and there you go. 81 overall. Pick 20. Craig, QB. Personality over 90. I've got to wait another 13 picks to get someone else, which means Jennings might be gone, but that QB looks too good to pass on. And he is. And he's a scheme fit. 4-star, 79 overall. We might even get him to 80 this season, which would be quite nice. So we've actually upgraded our QB and with a good personality. So that's actually fantastic. Pick 33. I mean, we're probably going to go Jennings here. He's zone coverage. Jacob Barnes, yeah, he's still on the board. But Jennings is the one. Another 80 overall. I said I might bring in some angry guys, and I have. Overall, draft summary, we're really happy with that actually. Got a good wide receiver, got a really good defensive end and outside linebacker. I say really good, they're good. Good QB, good middle linebacker. Got a few 80 overalls in there. Got a good little core of young players now. And the main sort of top players got a few good personalities in there, a couple of angry ones, as I said. Some of these may stick on with us, but it's unlikely just because our training isn't good enough to improve them quick enough, but we'll see. Overall, it's really happy with that draft actually. Okay, so let's kick the season off. So we've got quite a few decent rookies. We've got Riley at wide receiver, Ortega defensive end, we've got Lane at outside linebacker, Craig at QB, and Jennings at middle linebacker. I think it'd be good to keep an eye on all 5 of those, to be honest, as the season goes on. And first and foremost, Jaden Lane seems to have had a decent start to the season. He's always had a few tackles, and he seems to get some tackles for loss and the odd sack. He seems to have started really well actually. I'm taking a little liking to Lane early on, so I'm going to keep an eye on him as the season progresses. Lining up ourselves for another loss. Oh, people actually improve with training there. That's a shock. 3 players. Maybe a few guys might come up this season. I said I was hoping Craig will get to 80 overall. Chiefs. Fairly close. Craig's not actually. Well, he's playing alright, but I think Bates played better, to be honest, as we play our last game before the mid-season break. And we all lost to the Jags, and Craig got the jump I wanted. 80 overall. So as you know, last season at the mid-season break, well, the trade deadline, sorry, I didn't make a trade, but this season the Denver Broncos are one of the worst teams in the league, but they've got a 6-1 record. So we are definitely trading. So I'm going to trade away the Miami Dolphins 10th pick, and I'm going to get some picks off the Broncos. It's actually looking like we're going to get their next 3 first rounders, and we're going to pinch a couple of players off them. And all we've got to do is give up our first round pick, and to even it out we might have to throw in a 6th here. I don't really want a massive contract from one of their players, so we'll get rid of Mayer. And let's make the trade. This is a really good trade. I'm happy with that. Right, I'm going to blitz through the rest of the season. Smashed by Washington. And unfortunately, as you just saw there, Jennings got injured and was out he's going to miss the rest of the season. It's never good to see a rookie go down, but it happens, unfortunately, especially as our doctors aren't very good. Another thing we need to get fixed. But I look forward to getting through this season and getting started next season, and hopefully the coaching staff and we can really improve that side of things, and then another good draft, and hopefully we won't be the worst team in the league anymore, but I can't guarantee that. Spoiler alert, we lost the rest of our games. Anyway, on to the playoffs, and divisional rivals Chargers got through to the divisional, but luckily took a loss. Now to see who makes it to the big game. Bears, Texans, Giants failed to get there. But instead, the Bears pick up the win. And another NFC team. They're dominating this save at the minute, the NFC. I'll be honest, I thought Jaden Lane might pick up the Defensive Rookie of the Year award, but unfortunately not. And obviously no one made the team. Craig with an underwhelming season like most of the team, but Judah Riley had a decent season there, 1,200 yards, 9 TDs, and Lane obviously had a really good season as a rookie as well. So, overall another losing season, but some good players, and on to the next one.